Okay, so now what I'm going to do is I'm going to work on kind of duplicating the sides. So this is going to actually go in about like that. It's going to be a 1/2 inch over, and it's going to be folded up, and it's going to extend past these. So what I need to do is I need to make an end piece here that's going to be a 1/2 inch by 1 inch. So I'm going to take my rectangle and go there, and I want it at this point, which is at 5 and 8. So at 5 and 8, and then I'm going to have it be a 1/2 inch wide, so 0.5, and then I'm going to have the height be 1 inch tall. And create. And so what's going to happen now is when I put this other side and bring it over to here, it's going to be folded up. So I have to cut out a piece here so that this fits in there. So to do that, I'm going to take that and make a 1/2 inch by 1 inch rectangle there and put it right into that corner. And I'm probably going to do that on both sides. So I can take this and copy it and paste it and then move it and line it up. I want to make sure that this point here is easy, so I'm going to look at what that is. So that point, let's make it at 8 and 6, just so everything lines up. So now I can take this and move it to that same point, and that's at 8 on the x-axis and 6 on the y-axis, and hit apply. It should line it right up. Looks like it's a little bit off. Yep. See how these vectors aren't quite lined up? So I'm going to go back to this one. Yeah, that's a little bit off, so I got to change that to 8. And if they're not exactly on top of each other, one of the things that we're going to do is we're going to cut the vectors. So now it's right on top. And I'm going to do the same thing on the bottom, because I'm going to have this duplicated on the bottom. So I'm going to copy and paste, and then just arrow it down. So it's right there. It's not quite lined up, so I'm going to go back into the move, and I'm going to put this at 2. And then hit apply, and that should line it up. So that's one side. And you notice I have to think in my head, is this the right orientation for this? And I think I need to have this rotated 90 degrees. So I'm going to rotate that 90 to make sure that it's correct. And I'm going to use this as my rotating point, and we'll do 90 degrees and hit apply, and then I'll just move it in like that, and then make sure it's in the correct spot. So it's at 8, hit apply. That looks better. So now that's going to actually fit into that. I got to do the same thing on the bottom here too. So I'm going to delete that, hit the delete key, and just copy this and paste it and move it down. So those are my two end pieces, my two sides. So I'm going to have this at 1 and hit apply and then close. And so now this part will fit into there, this part will fit into here. We need to put something to glue this in. So what I'm going to do is select everything so that I can move everything at once. And I'm going to put it about right like that, so they're on top of each other, but just far enough away. So I'm going to look at my move key again. That looks good. It's at 7.5 and 0.5, so that's right in the middle. Now let's take and we'll make a couple here rectangles. So I'm going to just take this one and copy it and paste it and move it. And then I'm going to move it in. And then I'm going to look at this position. So I'll put it at 3 and 5. And then I need to take this one and copy it and move it to the bottom, because that's going to be for the other side. And I got to put that at 1. I'm going to do the same thing with this. Copy and paste it, move it down, and put it at 1 on the Y. I might put one more of these. So copy and paste, arrow it down. And that's at, I'm going to put that at, looks like it's like they're a little too big here. So we'll put it at 2, see what that does. Yeah, that's right next to it, so I don't want that. So I'm going to take that one out. So I'm going to, and I will just use 1 for the sides. But what I would probably do is redesign and make my base even bigger than it is. So now I'm going to look at that, put it at about 2.5. That looks good. Now what I'm going to do is copy that and paste it. And that's going to be this side. And we got to put that at 1.5. And then 2.5 probably. Yeah, that looks good. And this one I gotta check again. Yeah, that I want that at 2.5. Now, this needs to have a piece sticking down so that it fits into that. So I'm going to copy that and paste it and move it. And that's going to be right there. So I got to put this at 2.5 or 5.5 and hit apply. I'm going to move everything away so you can kind of see it. So I want all these vectors to be kind of moved away a little bit like that. So this is going to stick into here, so we're going to cut this away. So I'm going to start cutting these away. So I'm going to go to this tool that trims the vector. So what I'm going to do is where the vectors are overlapped, I can actually cut them twice. So I click once, twice, it's gone. Click once, twice, it's gone. Then on this one, I'm just going to click here. And you notice how the vectors, so this becomes one vector. And I can do it. I actually want this on the other side, so before I trim that one, I'm going to move it over. So I'm going to copy it, paste, move it over, because that's going to fit into the other side. Actually looks pretty good, yep. And so now I can trim these vectors too. Cut, cut, and then cut, cut. So that's my side. This is my base. I'm going to go around, keep trimming. So I need to cut this out and then cut this out. Cut this out. Cut this one. And so you see that this side will fit into there, and then when I trim this and trim this, this side will fit into this notch. So I'm going to trim here, trim here, trim here, trim here. Oop. Control Z. Got to trim there. And this one. So now this will fit into here, and this will fit into here. And that looks pretty good. So the one issue I need to look at, this looks, not sure if that's the right height. So I'm going to check the size here, the dimensions of it. And so this tool sets this size. Yeah, it's 4x2, so that's good. And then this, I want to check, this was my original box. And I want to see what that original size is. Yep, and that's good too. So this part's going to fit in underneath here. And then this part is going to be recessed under here. So that should work. Sweet. So then the next thing that you got to do is you have to go in, and do those fillets. It looks like this vector is not quite lined up, so I'm going to select this and just check. And I'm going to go into the move one. Yep, it's a little bit off, so I'm going to change that to a 1. And that put it back down. And I could tell that because when I was cutting it, it didn't cut right. So there. So now what I would need to do is do those fillets. And the fillet tool is this tool. And we want it to be half of the thickness of our tool bit, which is 0.125 inches. And then we're going to do a dog bone. And so what I'm going to do is come in here, and any inside corner, I'm going to put a fillet, because the blade, the router bit, can't do those inside corners. So I'm going to do that all the way around. And once that's done, then these pieces will fit in. The only thing that we haven't done yet now is we haven't tool passed. So I'm going to finish this and get everything lined up, and then I'll show you how to do the tool pathing, and that'll be the next video.